EA Sports. It's in the game. You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On second down, Goodson, not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On third down, Goodson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here.
Rolling to his right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Play action. Here's Willis.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Willis is going to throw once more.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Second down. Here's Willis.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Goodson. He is going yards. He is in fact behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Hey, check that, street.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one of the many games we'll be watching around the NFL here these final few weeks of the campaign.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Up the middle they go. Goodson. No score after one on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
And Willis keeping it himself on the option.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Malik Willis
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. He finds his man, complete. It's Curtis.
2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ready, quick.
On 1st down, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Jaguars at 4 and 10 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Now Lawrence.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
They go play action with Willis.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes a receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as the receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
On 3rd down, Goodson. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
19 Tiger. Bronco switch. Ready?
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Malik Willis
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact. We call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Hey, two. Hey, Wahoo! Hey, Echo!
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lawrence.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
But to throw again is Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Lawrence will try again after the pick 6.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. They got his man complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout. with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, over it. Hey, Delta. Hey.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gould. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string.
There he goes, right side. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
So that one there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Goodson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodson. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
The shotgun snap to Willis.
It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. He's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Willis on the sneak.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Willis with another keeper.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Willis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On play action, Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over a first down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for Jaguars. First down.
X3, 218, stop.
42-yard line.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lawrence.
He finds his target, Allen. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Keenan Allen, 68 yards.
And the Jaguars are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
3rd down, it's Willis.
And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
Right back to the air with Willis.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line.
A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On 1st down. Goodson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one complete downfield to Allen.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
He'll buy some time right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 9:03, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
To try again after the sack.
Willis.
He finds his man complete. That's Bush.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. On second down now, Goodson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he wisely will throw that one away. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Willis.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run on first down. Goodson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Tyler Goodson, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
This one taken just inside the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 3rd and 3.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Lawrence.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Slot man moves right.
Now Lawrence on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, Plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for two.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Willis now off play action.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Willis
trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the fourth quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for two is going to come up empty.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles.